In this video, I'm going to talk about fractional index. So as the name suggests, fraction, okay, and index. So index means power, okay. So fractional index. So situation like what is on the screen here, they are termed as fractional index. So something raised to the power fraction, okay. So this one is a typical example of a fractional index. So I'm going to throw more light on this. Okay. So let's start with a exponent half. So a exponent half means square root of a. Now a exponent 1 over 3, that will be cube root of x. So x exponent 1 over 3. And we have x exponent 1 over 4, that will be 4th root of x. And we have x exponent 1 over 7, that will be the 7th root of x. So we are drawing a pattern here, okay. So 5 exponent 1 over m. So what is here will be there, okay. Then we have this 5, the nth root of 5. As simple as that. Now let's observe something. Other scenarios here, okay. Other scenarios, we see one here, okay. What if this is not 1? And what is the rationale behind this? Now, the rationale behind this is very simple. So the 1 here means that everything to the power 1. So this 1, it means everything to the power 1. It means everything to the power 1. It means everything to the power 1. It means that if this side is not 1, okay, so if this side is not 1, just bring it here. For instance, 6 exponent 5 on 3, okay. So this one is the same as 6 exponent 1 on 3 all raised 5, okay. So I have taken the 5 out, so we have 6 exponent 1 over 3 here, and remember this one will give us the cube root of 6, and we have this one, okay, all to the power 5, or you can use brackets for that. So in general, m exponent n on x will be the x root of m all raised n. So that is that. Now let's pause the video and observe the following. 7 exponent 5 on 7, 3 exponent 5 on 2, and we have 3 exponent 7 on 11. So let's write the following in fractional index form. A exponent m on c. Okay, so let's observe the following in fractional index form. So that will be, remember this one is 5 over 7, so the 5 will be out. That will be the 7th root, okay, of 7 all to the power of 5. And we have the 11th root of 3 all to the power of 7. And we see 5 on 2, that will be square root of 3 all raised 5. Okay, and this side, if it is 2, we don't put it here, okay. So we have 1 over c, that will be c root of a, or raised to m. That's that. Okay. Now try this. When you see this 100 raised to 1 on, so this one will be 100. So let's change this one to improper fraction, 212, 312. So 312 is the same as square root of 100, or raised to 3, and square root of 100 is 10. And we have this, and the same as 10 times 10 times 10, that will be 1000. All right. Now that we know the laws and the properties of indices, let's observe the following examples. Okay, so the first one has to do with 81 exponent half. Okay, now remember from the fractional index that a exponent half is square root of a. Okay, so we can write square root of 81 as, we can write 81 exponent half as square root of 81, and the answer is 9. As simple as that. Now if we don't want to go by the fractional index approach, let's look at this method as well. Now let's look at the fraction here. Okay, now we have, let me write it here, we have 81 exponent half. Now we have 2 here. Okay, now the 2 here is very, very important. Now ask yourself, which number squared, okay, or which number to the power the number here will give us 81. Okay, so which number squared, because the side is 2, which number squared will give us 81? And the answer is 9, because 9 squared is 81. So in place of 81, you put the 9 squared there. Remember, this one is still there, so times half. Okay, so from here, this one will cancel. Now we left with 1, so that will be 9 to the power of 1. And don't forget, any non-zero number to the power 1 is still 9. So that's the other method. Okay, all right, now let's observe the second one. Okay, or if we can try, can pause the video and try. We have 125. Now with the 125, if we want to go by the fractional index, this side is 3, so 1 over 3, so that will be cube root of 125. Now be very careful with how you write the cube root. Don't do it like this. Remember, we've done said this one means 3 times square root of 125. It's a small 3 up here. Okay, on the calculator you see this function. Let me do it well. You see this. Okay, so this one is the root sign. Okay, the number here. Okay, that will be here. All right, so 125, that will be 5. 125, that will be 5. All right, and if you want to go by the other method, that will be which number to the power of 3 will give 125, and of course it's 5, so that will be 5 to the power of 3, that is 25, multiplying this one by 1 over 3, and this one will cancel, which will leave it 5 to the power of 1, and the answer will still be 5. Okay, now try this one, then put the answer under the comment section below. 16 exponent 1 over 4. That will be very simple. Now let's come to the fraction here. Fraction, carrying fraction. Okay, so let's start with the fourth one. 27 on 64. 27 on 64. We have to the power of 1 over 3. Let me check. Okay, now we have so many ways of solving this. Okay, now let's record this. A to the power of n over b to the power of n is the same as a over b all to the power of n. So this one is n, that can come here, and it can come here as well. So we have so many ways. Now this one, you can let this one affect this and affect this one. So that will be 27 exponent 1 over 3 on 64 exponent 1 over 3. Okay, so let's use the fraction index approach. So we had 1 over 3, so that will be cube root of 27 on cube root of 64. So on the calculator, you can take this. Okay, so that will be cube root of, so you just press on the calculator, press shift, then square root, you see that, then 27. Okay, and the answer will be 3. So the numerator here will be 3. Now do same to the denominator, and you will get 4. So that will be 3 on 4. Another approach, if you don't want to go by the fractional index approach, so another one. So after this stage, you can choose to look for a number, because this side is 3. So which number to the power of 3 will give us 27? Of course 3. So 3 to the power of 3 times 1 over 3. And we have 64 exponent 1 over 3. Which number to the power of 3 will give us 64? That will be 4. 4 to the power of 3 times 1 over 3. So this side will cancel, and this side will also cancel. So in all, I will leave it 3 on 4. So whichever way. Now the last method for the same question. So 27 on 64 all raised to 1 over 3. Now since a exponent 1 over 3 will be cube root of a, okay, we can write this one as, because everything to the power of 1 over 3, so we let everything be a, so that will be cube root of this 27 on 64, everything, okay, at once, and it will give us 3 on 4. If you take this on the calculator, you get this. So one question, we have 3 different approaches. So that's that. So observe them well, and then act accordingly. Okay, so you can apply any of the method anywhere. Okay, that's that. And the last one has to do with 8 on 27 exponent minus 2 on 3. Remember, I made mention of negative index. A on b to the power of minus n. That will be, so once I interchange this, b over a to the power of n. So this one will vanish. We have positive. So, okay, so the same thing here. I can make it 27 on 8 all raised to 2 on 3. So you can use any of the methods. Now let's use the first method, and that will be 27 exponent 2 on 3 on 8 exponent 2 on 3. So 27 exponent 2 on 3, let's use this side. On 3 will be. Now, if we want to go by the fraction index, remember this one is 1 over 3 all squared. So we can write this one as 27 exponent 1 over 3 all squared. The 2 is outside here. In going back, 2 times 1 over 3 will give us 2 over 3. And we have 8. Okay. 8 exponent 1 over 3 all squared. And this one will be cube root of 27 all squared on cube root of 8 all squared. Alright, so when you take cube root of 27, that will be 3, and cube root of 8 will be 2. So this side is 3. Remember the 2 here, so that will be 3 squared. And this side will be 2. Remember this 2 squared. So 3 squared is 9, and 2 squared is 4. Now, same question, if you don't go by the fraction index approach, let's look at the other method. So that is 27. Let's start from here. 27 on 8. So we have 27 on 8. Now, same question. So this side is 3. Look for a number to the power of 3. That will give us 27. And of course, it's 3. 3 to the power of 3 times 2 on 3. And this side is 3. This side is 8. Which number to the power of 3 will give us 8? 2. 2 on 3. So this one will cancel this. And now we'll have 3 squared. This one will cancel. We'll have 2 squared. So we have 9 on 4. Alright, so you can try the last method, doing it once. Okay, start from there, start from here. Alright, that's that. Now let's try the following examples. Okay, try them. Exponent minus 1 on 3, and we have 4 over 9 exponent minus 3 on 2, and the last one has to do with 16 exponent 3 on 4 times 81 exponent 1 on 4 on 32 raised to that. So this one will be try work. Okay, so make sure you try them. Okay, so you try them. All right, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more exciting videos like this. All right.